In every town, there are stories people whisper about, stories no one wants to believe could be true. But some stories don't disappear. They leave scars so deep that even time refuses to heal them. This is the case that destroyed a family's life. Sunlight spills through thin curtains. A small, warm house. A mother, Maria Taylor, cooks breakfast. Her husband, David Taylor, laughs quietly as he ties his work boots. Their teenage children, 14-year-old Jason and 17-year-old Anai, rush around preparing for school. The Taylors weren't rich. They weren't powerful. They were simply happy. A family built on routine, love, and quiet hope. David kisses Maria before leaving. David, same time tonight. Love you, Maria, always. It was the last normal morning they ever had. David works as a mechanic, swift and experienced. A co-worker rushes in, panicking. Co-worker David, police are outside. A lot of them. David wipes his hands, confused. He steps outside and is immediately surrounded by officers. Officer 1 David Taylor, you're under arrest for the abduction of 9-year-old Emily Carter. David freezes, stunned. David, what? No, this is a mistake. But his words don't matter. The cuffs click around his wrists. In that moment, truth lost its voice. A crowd gathers. People record with their phones. Police shove David into the back of a squad car. Within minutes, the entire town believed they had caught a monster. Within an hour, David's face was on every local news channel. Within a day, his family's life began to fall apart. Maria sits on the couch, trembling as she watches the news. News anchor local mechanic David Taylor has been arrested as the prime suspect. Maria covers her mouth, breaking down. Jason and Nia sit beside her, terrified. And Mom, Dad didn't do anything. You know that. Maria, of course he didn't, but that doesn't matter to them. Maria visits David. David, Maria, you have to believe me. She grabs his hands. Maria, I do, but they don't. The whole town already chose a side. David's eyes fill with fear. David, tell the kids I love them. Tell them I'm coming home. Maria forces a smile she doesn't believe. David sits under harsh fluorescent lights. Detective Graves, you were seen near the park that day. Witnesses place you there. David, I wasn't even close to that park. I was at work the entire day. Graves slams a folder down. Detective Graves and explained this. Inside, pictures, timelines, assumptions. None of them true. In a case built on the fragile bones of assumption, facts no longer mattered. Jason walks through school. Students whisper. Someone shoves him. Student, your dad's a kidnapper. Jason doesn't fight back. He just walks faster, swallowing tears. Maria and Nia try to attend church, but people glare. The pastor avoids eye contact. A woman mutters loudly enough for Maria to hear. Women, some families carry curses. Maria turns around sharply, but says nothing. She leaves with Nia in tears. David enters the courtroom, chained at the wrists. Media cameras flash. Maria stands up, crying. The prosecutor had no physical evidence. No fingerprints. No DNA. No confession. Nothing placing David anywhere near the girl. But they had something stronger. Public pressure. Prosecutor, we need a conviction. This town is afraid. They want answers. Assistant, but the case is thin. Prosecutor, then make it thicker. A silence that should have changed history, but didn't. The courtroom is full. David sits beside his overworked public defender. A witness takes a stand. a man who claims he saw David near the park. He hesitates, sweats, but continues anyway. Witness, I'm pretty sure it was him. Maria whispers to herself. Maria lies, all lies. The prosecutor then shows grainy footage, a blurry figure, not identifiable, but they insist it's David. The jury watches. Emotion replaces logic. Sometimes justice isn't blind. It's just looking the wrong way. The judge's voice echoes through the silent courtroom. Judge, we the jury find the defendant guilty. Maria collapses. Nia screams. Jason stares blankly, as if his world just ended. David closes his eyes. His life stolen. David sits alone in a small cell. His hands shake. He was sentenced to 30 years. 30 years for a crime he did not commit. Months pass. Maria receives eviction notices. She loses her job because of public image concerns. Jason drops out of school after constant bullying. Nia develops anxiety, so severe she stops leaving the house. The justice system didn't just take David. It destroyed everyone who loved him. A young investigator, Ella Morris, joins a wrongful conviction project. She finds inconsistencies in David's case. Ella, why did no one question the witness properly? Why was the timeline ignored? And why wasn't the girl's later statement considered? She digs deeper. Finally, she finds it. Proof that the witness lied under pressure. Footage that was never shown. And a confession from another man, hidden in a discarded file. David is brought back into court. Maria and the kids, now older, sit behind him. Ella, Your Honor, we have overwhelming evidence that Mr. Taylor was wrongfully convicted. The judge reviews everything for a long time. Then, Judge Mr. Taylor, you are hereby exonerated. Maria breaks down, sobbing. Jason and Nia embrace David tightly, but David barely reacts. He's free, but not whole. David walks into the small house Maria struggled to keep. He looks around, decades of memories missing. David, I don't recognize anything. Maria touches his arm gently. Maria will rebuild. Somehow, David looks at his children, now adults. David, I missed everything. The Taylors never got back the years they lost. The world moved on, but they remained frozen in the shadows of injustice that changed them forever. They didn't just lose money, reputation, or time. They lost innocence, trust, moments that can never be returned. This is what happens when a system built to protect ends up destroying the very people who believe in it. This is the case that destroyed a family's life.